be more random here. So today I have a 2008 Suzuki XL7 all-wheel drive, and what I'm doing is replacing the front CV axle, front driver's side. Not too sure if there's any videos out there on the XL7 08, but here you go. Anyways, you got your 2008 Suzuki XL7, and what we're doing here, first thing you want to do is break your lug nuts loose, jack the car up, the SUV up, take the wheel off. Okay, you take your wheel off, and then there's going to be a little screw here that holds the rotor on. Sometimes you might need a impact screwdriver. Sometimes it may just come right out. But anyway, once you get that out, you take your caliper off, and what you're going to do is there's two large bolts on the back side of the caliper. They go right here. You're going to take those out, pull your caliper off, and then slide your rotor off. Once you do that, okay, once you do that, there are two bolts that go through here that hold your can't think of the name, spindle, hold your spindle housing on, and get them bolts out. And be careful, you want to put a jack underneath of it like this here, jack stand, that way just in case this thing decides to fall or anything like that, it'll hold it for you. So you gotta take your bolts out. Once you take them bolts out, this whole spindle here it'll kind of swing out whichever way. It's gonna kind of swing out some. Once you get that loose, you're probably going to have to pop this here joint. But once we get to that part, we'll see. But first, let me go ahead and slide these bolts out and see how this thing slides out for me. This whole assembly here, the spindle housing. Yeah. Hub, you know. Okay, your housing here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this out. That way, what we're trying to do here is get your axle out. Okay. Oh, and your axle nut is a 36 millimeter. Just go ahead, take an impact to it. It should zip right off. It's kind of like a lock nut, you know. Just kind of sort of fits tighter than usual on your threads there. I call it a lock nut, even though it's really not, but whatever. So, all right, I done pulled the top bolt out, so we're gonna go ahead and one-handed here. Hold on, bad angles. Let's see. Go ahead and get them lines out the way. Okay. There you go. You just pull your bolt right out. So now, got both bolts out of there. 1, 2. Okay. And then what you're going to do is this whole thing it'll shift downward. I know my lighting is not great, but see that? See, I just popped out of there, and now this whole assembly here is free. Man, that is some bad lighting here. I am so sorry, guys. I can't even see. There you go. Let's give it some shade here. Alright. So the whole thing's popped loose. See that? It's just floating. Alright. That's going to allow you to get your axle out of here. You're going to push this through. Thinking maybe we'll have to free it up a little more. You got your ABS sensor here, cable. That's kind of in the way here, so make sure you get that out the way. Alright, we got that out the way. Let's see. Yeah, it swings out pretty good there, so let's see what we can do to get this axle out. Bear with me. Okay, axle's out. We just gotta pop it out back here. Okay, so really quick, what you want to do is take, if you have to, put your vehicle in neutral. Start it up, put it in neutral. Make sure the emergency brake's on and everything, okay? What you're going to do is get your pry bar behind here, and don't push like that and try to pry it. Get it behind it and pull it. Keep pulling it. And while you're pulling on it, try to wiggle the axle with your hand, like, you know, like this here. Wiggle it just to try to move it around in there a little bit. And as you're doing that, go ahead and push on your pry bar. Okay? Push. And it's gonna, eventually it's gonna pop it right off. Alright? So there you go. That's how you remove a axle, front driver's side axle, CV axle, on a 2008 Suzuki XL7. Same thing with the passenger side. Okay? Be more random. Signing out. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you.